Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button to keep up to date with our latest videos.
Alright, you guys, today we are coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to be driving some lifted diesel trucks and going on some back roads. No, I'm just kidding. Today we're actually reviewing a Nissan Altima. No, I'm also kidding about that. We're in a rental car right now. Yes, we're in Georgia. We're in the back roads of Atlanta, Georgia. And we are on the way to go meet up with Forest AKA Tomcat on YouTube. He does a lot of gaming videos, and that's basically his specialty. So we're gonna meet him at a gas station with his S2000 and maybe a couple of other cars, and we're just gonna head up into the mountains, and he's gonna kind of show us the great driving roads that this state has to offer. So it should be a lot of fun. What are these pesky people doing in this parking lot?
Forgive the state of the car, please.
It looks like it's been like tracked or something.
It has,
yeah.
A lot.
If we don't do night roads 5 times.
Well, I mean, like the side marker is missing because I jumped it at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and
Jumped it?
Mm-hmm. And so the side marker's gone.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, like the front bumper is paint chipped like hell. But
that's good, man. It looks sick.
I mean, it gets used. One of the wheel bearings went bad to the point where I didn't realize it was going bad, and it started to walk out of the hub.
Whoa.
And it bent the hub, and the caliper bracket crashed into the rotor. So like the whole entire thing just tore itself apart. Yeah. But and I mean, it's really basic. It doesn't have the massive wing right now. The interior is. These are one-piece carbon buckets. They weigh 9 pounds a piece. Got them custom done with my logo and everything.
I see.
Ignore, please.
I'm just imagining.
It's not here right now. Yeah, this is to help keep water out, and two of them fell out this morning.
Oh yeah.
So this is like a temporary, like 3-day solution. But other than that, it all works really well. This shift knob, actually, I had to do a bunch of like weird like adapter stuff to get it to work, but this came out of my FRS. This is the one that was in the old turbo FRS.
Okay.
So it was kind of like I wanted to bring like one little piece of that car with me into this one. But
that's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
But this car makes a lot of like, I don't know, it makes some odd like track car noises. Just so you know that.
Like rattles and stuff.
At certain speeds, you know, like because it's half gutted.
Yes. Yeah.
But like they're nothing to be like, especially if you're driving it, they're nothing to go like, oh crap, what did I break? You know what I mean? You didn't break anything. You're not gonna break anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So you came from a turbo
FRS.
So was there a distinct decision to go turbo to NA?
I wanted to switch platforms, and this ended up being because I went and tested the ND Miata and this, and the ND Miata and this, back to back to back to back. This won me over every time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was one of those things where I have to speed up a bit because at 3,000 RPM, there's a really bad buzz.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, but the buzz goes away. So, one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to go to an NA car was I was having horrible heat soaking problems with the Turbo FRS. And especially down south here, when it gets really, really hot and the heat is like a constant thing.
And humid too.
Humid and hot, and it was just heat problems over and over and over all the time, and especially on the track. And going NA, like I have never overheated this car. I've never even made the temperature gauge on this car move. It doesn't even, like, it won't even do it. The only time it did it one time, and that wasn't because it was being pushed. That was because it the front end filled up with leaves, and the leaves clogged the radiator.
I've had the same thing with snow in the winter.
Yeah. And I think the cool thing too that I liked about going to an NA setup, especially on a standalone ECU, is that on a standalone ECU you can have whatever fail safes you want. Like you hit a certain low on oil pressure, rev limit. So it'll drop a rev limit
100%
on you. If you hit a certain coolant temperature, it'll drop a rev limit on you. So it will try its best to not let you blow it up, which I quite like actually.
Yeah, 100%. It's like having all the safety of, like, you know, traction control saving you and stuff like that, but just
for your engine.
Exactly, for your engine. You know, it's
engine.
the computer controlling it.
Which actually is funny you mentioned traction control, because the 05, which this car is, was the last year for two different things. The last year for two different things in regards to S2000s. It was last year for cable throttle. So
that's great.
This is the larger displacement engine with the old style cable throttle, and so you get the instant throttle response.
That's perfect.
And it's also the last year S2000 without traction control and stability control.
No way, really?
Yeah.
You literally have sold me on this car 100% now.
Like I wanted an 05 because it was the best of the AP1 and the best of the AP2. Like it had no electronic interference, but it also didn't have the delay of the drive-by-wire throttle.
Yeah. Oh man, that sounds good.
It pops a lot.
That's good. That's very traditionally. I've got to be honest. As an overall rule, I'm not really the biggest fan of the sound of an NA inline 4. But there are certain cars,
certain NA inline 4s.
Yes. Yeah. There are very specific ones that I'm like, you know.
And I mean, I have to be honest. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of most inline 4 sounds either, but I might have a little room. It's not fast. I never call it like fast, but it's quick and it's fun.
Oh yeah, no,
you know?
It's absolutely a quick car. Yeah.
We maybe added we put the car on a Mustang dyno when it was completely stock. It made like 192.
Okay.
So with the standalone and the exhaust, now it makes 230. We gained about 40 horsepower at the wheels.
Wow.
Most of that is, to be honest, the standalone. It's not the exhaust. The exhaust probably got us like maybe 8 or 10. And most of that is the adjustability and tunability of, hello gear. Most of that is the adjustability and tunability of the standalone. This road we can have like a little bit of fun on.
Nice really pavement too. This one thing I've noticed, this state has unbelievably maintained roads.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you can feel it. It has some body movement. Like when you drive it, it's got some body movement.
It's got some feel to it.
But when you feel it take a set and you go over some bumps, it still absorbs. It still absorbs, and it's a forgiving setup. It's a forgiving setup, but it's also highly capable.
Yes.
And that's what I love about it. It's not like the setup is trying to be this overly harsh, like rattle your brains out type thing.
Yeah.
And as you can feel, there's vibration in the car, but it's a solid bushing car.
Oh, this is great. By the way, you guys, we are chasing a Fiesta ST right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's your friend's name again?
Dylan.
Dylan, yes. Chasing Dylan in his Fiesta
ST. Hilarious little car.
Yeah.
I love them every time I drive them. Hilarious little
Lots
car.
of fun. Lots of fun. Yeah, this thing just, it gives off a massive vibe of just motorsport.
I was about to say, that's the whole goal of this car, is to have a motorsporty feel. But not just feel like it, actually do what you think it's gonna do.
Of course, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god. I am a terrible.
That's the beauty of NA.
Yes, it is. I'm terrible at riding right seat, by the way.
You're good.
I'm starting to get like car sick.
Okay, you're fine, because
Well,
you're gonna
nauseous.
drive anyway.
Yeah. Awesome.
And there's the race pad screeching at me.
Yeah. Start button?
Yep. Hold. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's the other thing too. The standalone ECU takes a little longer to start.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
With the stock ECU, it starts up in like one rotation of the starter.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, no, Honda really did something special with this car.
Oh yeah.
Really. Like, yes. Okay, it's way louder with the windows down.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, because when Grayson was like, man, it's so loud, I'm like, it wasn't like insanely loud.
Yeah, you
inside
can
the
hear
car.
everything now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, when you do go to rev match it, just give it a good boot and it'll be good. There you go.
Oh my god. Okay, Jesus Christ, you built the loudest S2000 in the entire world. Okay, let's roll up the windows for a little bit.
We're probably peaking all of your microphones.
Yes. Oh, that's great. Okay, so AC.
Yeah.
It has AC still.
It does.
Like, this is a track car, and like so many people, people delete AC for weight savings.
Weight savings.
Weight savings.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, while I get that in principle, if you're driving your weekend track car on a semi-regular basis even,
I mean,
keep your AC.
Oh yeah.
You know? Yeah, talk about, like,
Driver connection.
driver connection, great, like, the cable throttle is, like, something that you completely, like, that's a good thing to not oversee when purchasing one of these cars.
Oh yeah, the cable throttle makes a big difference.
Oh,
There you
wow. And you can just jump into it. Hondas generally are good with that
With
kind
that?
of stuff.
Yeah.
You can just, if you've driven a couple manual cars, you can generally kind of just jump in and quite easily rev match.
Oh
Like,
yeah. And that's the other thing, is I didn't want to make it some overbearing, like seemingly this overbearing angry monster.
Mhm.
I wanted it to be approachable. I wanted it to be simple.
Yes. Yeah.
But I also wanted it to have driver connection without being this like angry beast,
Also, I was gonna say, if people don't know, what do you do on YouTube? What's your thing?
I am a gamer. I am a racing-focused gamer. Well, racing and off-road. I do a lot of the off-road simulator spin tires. I do a lot of
Sick.
Forza.
Yep. That's
I've
how I found you, Forza, for sure.
been playing a crap ton of Horizon 4 lately.
How is it? I haven't
It's
gotten
so
onto it.
good.
Is it good? Yeah.
Hit the rev limiter. Oh,
I was too late
next
on that
time.
one. next time. I love that. Hit the rev limiter.
The rev limiter with this ECU, we have it set to 8,400.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Which is like, or 8,450, which is only a little bit higher than stock.
And what was the AP2's red line from factory?
Like only like 82, 83. So we
Okay.
only turned it up a tiny little bit. We didn't want to you know, mess with anything really.
Yeah. No, I do like the steering. I wish it was a little bit heavier.
They are a little light, and that's one of the things that some people do have a gripe with this car about, is that, or just S2000s in general. I've kind of gotten used to how light it is, and then I go over and drive my M3, and the M3 feels like the steering feels like I'm driving, you know, like with weights on my arms.
Right, yes.
You know?
Yes.
Heavy brake for this corner.
Oh, there he goes, trying to toss the back end around. Wow, I mean, we're going through like mountains, we're going through the countryside, like, unbelievable. And I kind of overcooked that corner, but
I mean, it is what it is.
the car saved me.
Well, this car has grip for many years.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the grip levels of this car, and actually part of the reason why I like these tires for my like colder season is because these tires have a very soft limit. They're communicative, but they're not a quick breakaway tire. They're a very slow breakaway tire.
Yes,
So
right.
they're if you're gonna understeer, you'll start understeering early. If you're gonna oversteer, you'll start oversteering early.
Yes, which is good, and too, it kind of makes up for the fact that I'd rather have hydraulic power steering, but it kind of makes up for that fact, right?
It does, in a way.
I had to.
So there's 8,400.
Yes. Man, okay.
It's like, and breathe.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, you have to work the engine to get its best. You have to, like, you can't. This is one of those cars you can't drive it lazy.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like, if you're lazy, it'll just drive like a single cam Civic.
Right. Yeah. And then you'll be like, oh, where's the torque around town?
Exactly.
But you're like, no, the power, it's just waiting for you. It's just way up there.
Which I will say, actually, we also lowered the VTEC, because the stock ECU VTEC is 6,200 RPM. We lowered it to 5,200. So the VTEC range is a lot wider.
That is sick. I didn't even realize that.
Because you can hear right about at 52.
Yeah.
Well, not quite yet. Like 52, 55, it will kind of almost like the volume will double.
Yeah, no, you have built yourself a very well-rounded vehicle.
I just need to work on the cosmetics now.
Wow, dude.
Direction change.
You're totally right, though. The balance is like never thrown off. This might be the best road I've ever driven in my life. I'm not even kidding you. Jesus Christ, man.
There's a reason why I figured you'd enjoy coming out here today.
Oh man, thanks, dude. I think
No
we might have to
problem.
end it there. Thank you.
No problem.
I appreciate you coming out.
And to be honest, like, I'm glad you enjoyed the car, but I really just wanted to show you the roads.
Yes, yeah, 100%. This is what I was hoping for. I mean, we've just been even just driving around like the cities, and like there's not grids around here is what I'm trying to say. There's no grids.
Not even in downtown Atlanta, there's no grids. I mean, there's a couple grids, but not much.
No, yeah. Oh, that's cool. All right, you guys, if you haven't already, definitely go subscribe Tomcat on YouTube. The link will be in the description, everything on Instagram. Check it out. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. A couple more videos from down here in Georgia, and then we'll be back up. Actually, I'm going to LA. Surprise you guys, I made a last minute decision to visit my buddy Sean in LA on the way back because my layover was there. So a couple more videos in LA, and then we'll be back in Vancouver. So see you guys next time.
Later.